You guys just you keep coming around. I just keep hearing about you guys.
And I might need to tell Ryan to cut that up a little bit and just put it in my audio for my phone.
First of all, I love the game. I had a passion to play the game, not only football, but I love the game of golf. And what it lends to a person and the friendships you develop on the golf course.
It's been a pleasure being on the drop. I wish you guys all the best down the road.
As someone like you have that golf itch like a lot of us do.
I keep track of you, and you are moving. You are on the move.
So listen, I'm a big New Jersey golf guy. You're very kind, Mike, and you too, Ryan. It's a pleasure to be on just a couple of Jersey boys here talking about something we love. All the best. I really enjoyed it.
This is the Drop Podcast where we talk golfing in the Garden State. I'm Mike Poro, and this is Ryan Coulott.
What's up, Drop Pod people? Welcome back. This is episode 135. You got Mike and I here. We got a little bit of a special and interesting episode here for you, Mike. And I think I'm going to explain it as I go through the calendar here, as we go through the weekly schedule. Sunday, the 4th, a couple days ago, I put out a video from Caledonia. We go back to when I was on spring break. We put that video out on Sunday. And Mike, if I'm being honest here, we're opening up the curtain. You and I record on Sundays, so that is releasing in 3 minutes. So, and I know you haven't watched it yet. So, what do you think about this?
You said it as a premiere.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait. Listen, I tried going through the back door, peeking into the nothing. Got denied.
So what are your thoughts on this? Let's finish the schedule. It'll be premiered then, and let's watch it. You can watch it. Let's get your reaction live.
Works for me.
All right, perfect. That came out Sunday. So if you didn't catch it, go over to our YouTube channel, check out Caledonia. I can't tell you how much it is an incredible and special place. And I think the video came out pretty good. So if you missed it, go check it out. Monday, the 5th, Mike played the 7th hole at Rock Springs. You're going to see a little bit of a theme this week with Rock Spring because Monday also we put out a featured video about Rock Spring. Mike and I have had some experiences where we've gotten to go out and experience the course, and we've done some recording. And we try to figure out the best way to put out the content from that course. You know, we don't want to overload, but we don't want to have it linger and not really relate to what we're doing. We want to keep it light, keep it new, keep it fresh, and have it work for both us and our content line, but also for the golf course. So Mike and I played Rock Spring, and then we recorded afterwards on the patio. And this featured video is Mike and I on the patio, and trying something new here. But we're releasing that on Monday. If you are watching this on YouTube right now, Mike, wave for the camera. Hi, YouTube. If you are watching us on YouTube, that video is also on YouTube. Go check it out. If you are listening to our voices right now, not watching us and listening, the audio of that featured video is going to be at the end of this episode. So if you're not really a YouTube person, you really just listen to us, you're still going to get that content, but it's going to be on the backside of this episode. But that came out on Monday. Today's Tuesday. We already waved to the camera, Mike. Episode 135. You got us. As I just explained. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. If you're listening to us, again, rate, review, subscribe, all those good things. I can't tell you how meaningful that is to Mike and I here. Wednesday, we got Ryan versus Rock Spring. I take on the 10th hole there, and you'll see that tomorrow. Period. Done. Thursday this week, we have our special guest is Brian Colpfeifer. Brian is the head golf professional at North Jersey Country Club. You might have heard of it. Small little place. Mike and I have been there once or twice before. I'm actually wearing the hat right now from North Jersey. Brian's an awesome dude. We haven't had the opportunity to play golf with him yet. Mike, I feel like he was injured for one of the times we went up there, and then just not able to make it work within his schedule. But obviously, we've been up with James Sirico, Brian Mackey. North Jersey is is our jam. We love it up there. Those guys are great. It was so good having Brian on. I think it was his first time on the show for us. And we have North Jersey on because Mike, the 4-ball is next week, and he's going to kind of we talk a preview of the show and a preview of the course and a preview of the I meant the tournament and the course and all that. So Brian is Thursday's guest. And then Friday this week is our third episode. You and I got to play each other. We take on the 6th hole at Rock Spring, and we see who's going to win, you or me. So that's our schedule for this week. So Mike, let's do this. Let's go. Why don't you pull up YouTube right now? Go watch it. And the next thing that people will hear is you and I talking about this. Sound good?
Now.
All right.
Today's episode is brought to you by All County Exteriors, your go-to for roofing, siding, windows, doors, and all things exterior home remodeling. As a third-generation family-owned company with over 40 years of experience, All County has earned the reputation for top-quality craftsmanship and service, far outlasting the industry standard. Whether it's a small repair or a full home upgrade, they serve both homeowners and builders across New Jersey. They're deeply rooted in the community, proudly supporting Make-A-Wish, St. Jude's, Roofs for Troops, and parents of autistic children. Thinking about a project? Now's the time. Get an instant 20% off for a limited time. Call 732-370-2780 or email them info@allcountyonline.com to schedule your free, no obligation consultation. That's 732-370-2780. All County Exteriors. Quality you can trust. Well done, dude. Well done. That was really good.
Thanks.
That was really good. I'll tell you this. I love the clapping on the 18th hole. That's just great. I mean, you just can't make that up. But I guess I didn't realize the Spanish moss is just so good.
It's so beautiful there, dude.
I can't wait to witness it and experience everything firsthand, because when you watch that video, I'm like, you know what? Some of the tee shots over the bridge that you got to hit over the water, like so good.
Yeah.
So good. The tee markers with the ducks.
So cool.
Oh,
yep.
So good. Just a unique touch that you don't see really quite often.
Yeah. And if you're not,
job well done.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It really is a great place. I mean, you're an optics guy. You're going to love the Spanish moss. You like looking at things, and I'll tell you that the Spanish moss is all over the place. The driveway is an incredible. I don't want to build it up to be too big, right? But it's what I kind of envision people going through Augusta feel like. A long driveway, iconic rows of trees, and just like the branches just overhang it's spectacular. It really is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to you getting there, because I think you're really going to like it. And that 18th hole is something unlike any other. You can't get that in golf. They really give you a hard time.
Yeah, job well done. Very good video.
Definitely
something that people got to go back and watch.
Yeah, I appreciate it. All right, Mike, why don't you hit us with your fast facts?
Yeah, so let's start in the PGA Tour, obviously recapping the CJ Cup that they're in Texas. Scotty Scheffler just kind of put on a demonstration on how to play golf. I mean, all week, what he did was just simply amazing. And John Pack and Chris both made the cut. Chris performed a lot better than John in terms of where he finished. So it was nice to see those two guys making cuts, cashing checks, as you and I have harped on all season. Yep.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads into this week, which is a huge week on the PGA Tour. You got two events going on. One, it's a signature event right here at the Philly Cricket Club. Max is in the field. Kind of surprising Scotty Scheffler is not in the field. He must have been taking the week off before the PGA the following week. But it is nice to see Max right here, right across the border, playing at the Philly Cricket Club. And then the other catch here for us is it's an opposite field event. And it is where Chris Gotterup is defending his title
Mhm.
at the ONEflight Myrtle Beach Classic with John Pack in the field with him there. It's a loaded week on the PGA Tour with our guys.
Yeah, it is. It's nice when they have these alternate field events. I do like that they're kind of making these signature events like a smaller grouping. Hey, you got to be in this number of FedEx points or this top whatever. However they get to their it's a no cut event, correct? If I'm not mistaken, it's top 50 golfers, or they only taken 50. But it also allows some other people to still get a check, to still get an opportunity, to still all the things that another event gives. I like the idea of these alternate events. I do kind of wish they had some more of them, but we'll be that'll be seen, to be determined there. But yeah, it's really cool. Chris getting an opportunity to defend his title is a words that are really really pretty neat to hear. So and good luck to John. So we got two Jersey guys in there. We got all three of our guys playing this week. So and
Now
Max,
they're
coming pretty close to home. So
then and you just talking about the Caledonia video being right there in Myrtle Beach area. Dunes Golf and Beach Club is where the tournament is at, where Chris is defending. Know anything about that spot?
I know you're going there.
Yeah, that is part of the itinerary.
Itinerary.
Yeah, it's on there.
I don't
But I'm
know.
talking about you. You know the area well
I
better than I do.
I know that it's tough to get on from what I'm told. I don't know how you finagled it, but hopefully next time I'm down visiting mom, I'll be able to piggyback off that. But or maybe I'll just come down and visit, even though I wasn't invited on your trip. Why did you invite me on your trip? But yeah, maybe I'll be able to go. I do know that I've talked to a couple people about it down there, and it's a tough get. So it's there's another dunes golf course down there. It's called the like this is I'm gonna butcher the name, so I'm not even gonna try to. But I know that there's like that you can get on, but they're two very different dunes golf courses. So yeah, I don't know much about it other than that.
All right. No, let's figure I'd ask. And then as we go down to the Korn Ferry Tour, unfortunately, James did miss the cut. As we're recording right now, Ryan No Tape McCormick is T10. I mean, he's starting to string together some rounds of golf. He's making and playing better golf. Finishes have been improving. It'd be nice to see him kind of go buck wild.
Yeah. See if he could do something today. Let's see what
Yeah.
he can do. It'd be great
Fingers
to
crossed.
have him. Yeah, fingers crossed. Again, Mike, I think the biggest thing for him, we've talked about the tape and the struggles that he's been having, and he even came on and talked about the struggles when we interviewed him a few weeks ago. I guess actually now a few months ago, but but he. Yeah, I really, obviously there's a connection there with our Jersey guy. Obviously, I was pretty open about like, hey, when I saw him get his card, like I shed a tear. It was nice to be, I'm not saying I was a part of the story, but to interview him, to hear about what he's endured and gone through, and then kind of following him along. It's good to just see him playing some good golf, and whatever he's found, hopefully we got a spark, and hopefully that spark can start a fire, and that he can kind of get on a little bit of a heater here.
Yeah. And then obviously next week, I shouldn't have said this week, currently, the Korn Ferry Tour is off. So they're off for a week here. And then they'll resume a week after that. So that kind of wraps up my fast facts for this week.
Okay.
Now,
I like it. I like it. Did a good job with the fast facts. Now, I'm assuming you're getting into our next topic, which is going to be the 4-ball.
yeah, well, I just kind of wanted to put this out there that the tee times are out. Obviously, next week's episode, we'll either know if Austin and I have continued on the journey into match play or we're out, because the stroke play round is on Monday, May 12th. Our next episode won't come out till Tuesday, May 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Do I got the dates right?
Yeah,
With that?
you do.
Yeah, okay. So that's kind of like it's out. We have the 12:30 tee time which ends up being the last tee time of the day.
Oh,
So you'll know what you need to shoot to get into the next day. And the nice thing about that is if it has to go to a playoff for that final spot or two, you're already on site. You don't have to worry about venturing back because, no offense, if I had the first tee time, there's probably 0% chance I'm driving back there. So it's out,
okay.
a loaded, lot of Manasquan River guys.
Actually, Mike, I didn't realize that the tee times were out, so I'm just pulling it up now. Wow, 7:30. If you have a 7:30 tee time and have to wait until you're going to be done at 12:30, the latest, 11:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, to have to wait until 6:00 is wild. But if I take a quick look through here, Mike, I'm sure we have our same, some of our same guys that we see constantly.
Yeah, I mean, you got the defending champs in there. You got Eric Stevens and Chester Patterson looking to defend their title.
Okay, there you go.
You have
Jack
former
Serkanis,
champs,
John Browndorf. Yep,
Yeah.
two guys I know
former
there.
champs,
Eric and
John
Chester.
Ave,
Yep.
Eric Diamond, former champs. It's like back-to-back champs right there playing in the first round. Yeah, it's a loaded names. Lots of loaded names.
Dad and son combo, Derek and Pat Senna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, Dennis from Rumson there. A couple Hollywood guys, Kevin and Derek.
Mm-hmm. Playing with Keith and Corey.
Playing with Keith and Corey. Yeah. Oh, what a good. That's good. That's a fun group to have to watch.
A lot of former guests, man. A lot of Anthony Campanile playing in the same group with Jason Bataille.
Yep. Okay. I'm still. That's where I am here. I'm trying to.
You got the Wall brothers right there at 12:06. You got another father-son Stambergers at 12:18.
There you go. Okay. And then Mike Poro and Austin Deverux. Oh, Devereaux. Do you know those guys? Do you know Andrew and Frazier?
I don't.
Frazier? No?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well,
maybe I can tune them in to becoming new fans.
Brian Hollins and Dan Keenan from Little Mill. I would imagine they qualified at Little Mill. Mike, did you get to meet them?
I did not. We, again, had one of the later tee times. So by the time we finished and I got there, either everybody was on the course or gone for the day.
Okay.
Are you looking for the perfect place to tee it up this season? Or just looking for a great spot for casual comfort food? Or the most picturesque backdrop for the wedding of your dreams? Then you need to visit Galloping Hill Golf Course in Kenilworth, New Jersey. Galloping Hill has 18 holes of championship level golf open all year round. They also offer a top 50 in the country learning center that also includes the swing suite at Galloping Hill for those bad weather days during the season, in addition to a 9-hole course that is ranked in the top 10 of short courses in the entire country. Galloping Hill is more than just golf. The Hill Tavern Bar and Grill is a gastro pub with seasonal food and beer options updated regularly with amazing views of the course. Hosting over 150 golf outings and over 400 social events per year, their catering team wins awards each year from the Knot and Wedding Wire. Schedule a tour for your special event at the clubhouse at gallopinghill.com. To top it all off, Galloping Hill will be hosting the New Jersey Men's Public Links Championship for the record 12th time. It's all happening this year at Galloping Hill.
Who notably is missing from here, Mike? Do you have anybody that you can think of that's missing from this list?
No, see, like this is where the things get tough, right? Because you're obviously people that want to qualify or try to qualify or just missed out of qualifying, obviously aren't there. But then there's also names that, listen, they just may not be able to fit into their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I know a lot of not even a lot, all these people work full time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of just something they kind of make it happen more or less. So sometimes it fits in people's schedules and sometimes it doesn't. But I don't know if there's a name that routinely seen that may not be there? I may be missing some people.
I didn't know if again, Pat Wilson, another Hamilton Farm guy. Like I feel like he's been in this before.
Yeah.
Maybe him and that's the name that comes to mind right off the bat. But not that he would definitely be in there. But yeah, I didn't know if there was anyone that stood out to you specifically.
No, I do, it's going to be very interesting. We've had a lot of North Jersey conversations on this podcast, and you'll hear in depth on Thursday with Brian Kroll Pfeiffer, the head pro. Like, it's been a North Jersey heavy week, and I'm hopeful that the next time our audience hears from us, we're still out there playing.
Yeah, I hope so too. Another guy that I guess I missed his name there, Bobby Weezy, URI guy. Yeah, this is cool. I'm
He's
glad
playing with
I didn't
Ryan. By the way, he's playing with Ryan Rose, and we met Ryan at Ridgewood the day that we were up there with Pete Repetto. We met Ryan. He was on the range hitting golf balls that day, kind of a little bit further down from us. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, okay. Look at that, coming full circle there.
Small world.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, Mike, obviously, we've talked extensively about this. Obviously, I'm rooting hard for you. You know that we like North Jersey. You've been there. You've seen the course. I know Austin's seen the course. I'm rooting hard for you and hoping to get out there and see you guys. And again, just if you're teeing off, you got the last tee time at 12:30. You said, I should be there. Heckling you by the third hole, hopefully. So, actually, with any luck, I could heckle you I could jump right on the fourth hole there, and you may remember that's my famous birdie hole. They got a plaque there for me and everything. So,
yeah, I might have to ask security to escort you out.
You'll know what it's like now. People get behind the scenes on the Plainfield video. I yelled at Mike. I said, "I just need you to be supportive." So so best of luck. That's cool that it came out. Hopefully you're moving on. So and then Mike, we got another thing going on here, the Creator Classic going on. Why don't you talk to people about who's in the field there, what's going on at this event?
Yeah, so it's kind of like obviously we've had Chad Mumm on, and he's kind of, talked at length about what they're trying to do in terms of having different names, different people out there, and different formats, more or less. And this new format is completely different. Obviously, we all know this week they're at the Philly Cricket Club, which is right across the boundary line of what we cover here in New Jersey. But what they decided to do is they took 8 of the most prominent golf creators, teamed up with 4 well-known YouTube creators. I did go through our spam list, letting you know nothing was in there for us. So we must not be one of the most prominent golf creators or 4 well-known YouTube creators. Maybe one day we'll get there, but it wasn't in there. And they're going to play the same course conditions as the pros. And it's going to consist of 4 3-person teams, each featuring 1 YouTube creator and 2 golf creators, competing on holes 10 through 17 in an alternate shot gross score format. After those 8 holes are done, the top 2 teams will advance to the 18th hole, and they'll more or less, play the finale. So some of the names in there that are really, I guess, for the non-YouTube, non-golf creator person, some of the names you're like, I don't even know who the hell they are.
So,
right?
Mike, I pulled up the list while you were talking here, and I know some of them, but I also would have to look up like their group that they're from. So, like Tyler Toney, I know he's from. And I'm blanking on those guys now. Help me out, Mike.
Dude Perfect.
Thank you, Dude Perfect. But like I recognize, obviously I recognize these guys, but and obviously I have a terrible memory, so I can't remember. But like the others without their name, I'm missing on like what their what they're YouTube, for.
Yeah. I mean, they're all different. I will say this. We do have one Jersey connection in the field. I don't know if you scrolled down to the bottom and you saw Joshua Kelly.
I did, yeah.
Hole-in-one trick shots. We've talked with Josh. We haven't been lucky enough to get him on the podcast, but I mean, the things that Josh does is simply incredible. I mean, his following on Instagram, his following on YouTube kind of speaks for itself, and some of the shots that he's able to pull off. It'll be fun watching him in a real golf-like environment with some of these other guys. I mean, I think Josh Richards clearly, everybody knows him as the young, good-looking kid. He does his BFF pods on Barstool and does things like that. Brad Dahlke's a stick. I know we have Eric Anders Lang. We've interacted with his inner circle at times. There's some people in there that are, just, I guess more or less in a world that we would like to live in, dream of living in. But yeah, it's definitely some outside the box names.
Yeah. I wonder why, why aren't, some of the, bigger day, like why isn't Grant Horvath in this? Or, some of the other, maybe not more well-known, but yeah, you wonder why they chose these specific 8.
Well, my only guess to that answer is all the big names were at TPC Sawgrass. So if you're trying to,
oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they already.
If you're trying to grow in a sense, like these different creators help these different creators out, you're gonna throw it out to different people, right? Which is why you don't see Fat Perez, you don't see anybody from Bob Does Sports, you don't see anybody from Foreplay on the Barstool podcast.
Yeah,
you don't see Horvat, you don't see Micah Morris, you don't see those guys out there. So it's kind of cool. You know, I will say this.
For sure.
I don't know if you saw Portnoy's internet invitation.
Just gonna bring it up. Yep, I did.
I listen. So you know how crazy I am. You know how crazy I am. And I'm
aware
that we have a 0% chance of this, right? But you know how I operate. I'm going to take a swing.
Shoot your shot.
So I can't lie. I've kind of backdoored my way into saying, hey, I know we're a bunch of nobodies, but if you want to talk about changing two people's lives, we would love the opportunity if your top 100,000 don't want to come and you need 101
and 102.
We're open to that. And I got told I will inquire and let you know. Now, I don't expect anything, obviously, but I'm just saying, you know me.
Yeah.
I put our hat in the ring.
All right. I love it.
Maybe we end up at Big Cedar. Maybe we don't, but we're going to try.
You got to think that it's obviously it's going to be the Foreplay guys. So
well, did you hear
how many people are going to be invited to this is the thing. Because the Foreplay guys, you got 4 right there. Maybe they bring Lurch along. There's 5, right? You got the Bob Does Sports. There's 4 guys as well, right? 3 guys as well. So you're at 7 or 8. They've done stuff with Good. They've done stuff with Back of the Range. They've done stuff with everybody. So the stable of people that they've interacted with that they could bring is probably enough to fill an entire golf outing day of 144 people. But maybe
what they're doing is 64 players is the number they're looking for. And they want each team, it's going to be 4-person teams, an A player, a B player, a C player, and a D player.
Okay.
So you're going to have 4 different guys and you're going to kind of advance as if like you're in the round of 64 and then you're going to go to 32 and you're going to play events. And that's why it's such a long stretch of August 12th to the 16th, because there's some, and I did hear Portner say on one of the podcasts this week saying, if they only get 45, say they get 45 yeses, maybe we fly them all out and we have a shootout. And here's who makes the top 32.
Yeah.
So 13 people may have to get back on a plane and fly the hell home. But you get your
they'll fly you in, but you got to buy your ticket out.
you're one shining moment right there.
That would be great. That would really be great.
So I know it means nothing in our world, but I can't lie. I did inquire.
We can dream, right? We can dream. You talk about life changing. That would be incredible. So, Mike, other than the Rock Spring recap, you got anything else for today, this week?
No, I don't. It's been a crazy Rock Spring week. I think you're going to love all the content coming out. People are going to see 2 separate long form videos eventually coming out from what you did, what I did. And we're expanding.
Can
Listen,
we tease those? Should we talk? Can we talk about those? Those long forms, or you want to wait on them?
listen, yeah, I think we wait on that. I think
Okay.
we just let the people know that things are in the works. And listen, all we're trying to do is bring more content as much as we can. Shaq behind the scene has been absolutely killing it. So credit to him and kudos to him, because I think the Spring feature video that people saw yesterday, that if you didn't watch it, you'll listen to right after this. Another great video. The scene that you and I have right there, sitting there recording. The lighting is perfect.
Yeah.
The video is perfect. Watching guys top the ball is perfect. Watching guys hit the ball into the water it's just a perfect scene. It's a great video.
It really is. It was a beautiful day. The only thing I wish we could have watched more people tee off. That's the only thing, because it would have been really cool to have. And I mean, watch. I wish I turned around and watched people hit a little bit more. But
well, I'll tell you this. You know what? I watched the video multiple times, and I watched the people.
You had a better angle than I did. Yeah.
No, I'm talking. I watched the YouTube video, and rewatched it, and watched everybody running out the water because they. Dude, it's comical.
Well, I can't wait to for people to see that, and again, it's just kind of something new we're trying, and something we're just playing with. We're trying to be better every day. And maybe this is another form of content. Like, hey, maybe you don't like it on the back end or mixed into this episode. So we kind of made it our own, and its own feature video, and trying something new. So without further ado, the next thing, if you're listening to this, the next thing you're going to hear is that featured video's audio. If you are watching us on YouTube, you can go click on that video. It's going to be right there. And then make sure you stay tuned for Thursday's guest, when we have Brian Krollpfeifer on, head pro at North Jersey Country Club. Till then, enjoy.